I'm going to actually, since these are both terms that I don't think have been well defined in academia, and nonviolent extremism is a term that was imported from England. I would like Dr. Baker to talk, no, seriously, to talk about nonviolent extremism, and then I'll get back to the other part.
The radicalization?
Nonviolent extremism. What does that refer to?
I mentioned that former Prime Minister David Cameron coined this phrase, or his advisors, who have since been sacked when they were with Theresa May, Prime Minister Theresa May, coined this phrase, nonviolent extremism. It referred to socially conservative individuals, Muslims, who did not necessarily subscribe to all British values. Now, as we know, British values and our democratic values, they shift with the sands of time. Some things that were frowned upon 20, 30 years ago are no longer frowned upon here. Those of us who are traditionalists and adhere to some of the values that our grandparents and our parents had are now being told that those values are extreme in the society that we're living in. So nonviolent extremism addressed those particular individuals. It took a wide swathe of Muslims and said they're socially conservative. The sister, the woman who's wearing the niqab, is potentially a non-violent extremist. The way we are dressed, or if you see that I've got a prostration mark on my head, I'm a non-violent extremist because I should have a nice oil of Ulay head with no marks or blemishes or anything like that, that even a woman would be saying, wow, the complexion of your skin and the texture. But these symbols, sorry, I have to go there. These symbols of Islam, the beard and such like, the trousers maybe being raised a little and such like, the UK started putting terminology and descriptors around such individuals.
And here.
Non-violent extremism exists. We had the Al-Muhajirun, those who kept calling to extremism. They kept calling and advocating extremism, but they didn't practice it themselves. We even fought against these individuals. So non-violent extremism is a term that can exist if it's restricted to the right parties. But when it's been used in the way it's been used in the UK, and now, as I'm hearing over here, it's a very, very dangerous terminology.
And as for radicalization, just to follow up on that, radicalization is usually used for any aberration from the middle. So either far to the right or far to the left would be considered to be radical.